A1 from day one, cutting keys since 1995. Alright, welcome back to my channel. We're in Nassau, Bahamas, Coral Harbor. We have a client who lost keys. Well, not lost key. The client literally...
In 800 meters, turn right onto Coral Lake Avenue.
Yeah, the client literally broke their key in the ignition for a Toyota Passo. So we're heading to them right now. And yeah, let me show you some of the beauty. This is Coral Harbor. You know, in the Nassau, Bahamas, we feel a lot of vegetation and trees. And honestly, we live in the best place in the world, and it's only one of our islands. So we have 700 islands and keys. So stay tuned with me, man, even when we travel. Take you on a journey with me. You know, locksmithing brings you everywhere, man. If you're a locksmith, you're gonna be able to go the length and breadth of your city or town. And it's a very respectable trade where people need you, man. Especially if you're very skilled. People are gonna pay you top dollar. Alright, so as you can see, I think that's the horse stable right there we just passed. So we're following the location. The location's on screen, literally. So, yeah. Alright, almost there. I think it's on the left-hand side. Alright. About to pull up. That's the Passo right there. See the silver Passo? Let's see what's happening. Alright, so this is the piece that they have. So our job is to remove the broken piece in there. Now, this key that's literally like the tip. So sometimes we can extract it from the ignition from the front without taking the lock down. Hopefully, oh, this person has some real rust. All right, so I'm gonna open that. This is the ignition. Seems like someone was trying to already take this down. We're looking. I could see. Oh, it's hard to see. I can't really see. Usually you can see when there's a broken piece all the way in there, but I don't see it. So anyway, let's see what happens. All right, now to be honest, when you see that it's broken all the way in there and it's hard to see from the front, you usually may have to take down this lock, which will require you to take the lock down, drill it, and pull it apart. But we're gonna see if we can extract it from the front using extractors. So as a locksmith, the handy dandy toolbox is important. I like this DeWalt toolbox because like I could store all my tools in here. It's a little bit junky right now because as you work, things get a little ruffled, but it still does the trick. So first thing is I'm gonna get my extractor tools or my pick pouch. So I'm going to use my pick pouch so that we can be able to create space and clearance and begin pulling that key forward. So the first thing you want to do when extracting any keys, you want to make it easier by reducing the friction. And we lubricate it. So we go 1, 2. All right. Then we want to get our extractors. I'm going to use a screw saw here. Different types, you have various sizes. This is the main one I like to use because it can literally fit in the groove. This one's a little bit tiny. So usually I'll use them two together in order to be able to make a good combination. So let's see what we can get. If I can't get this extracted within about 3 minutes from the front, you're gonna have to take this lock down. Key is really stuck in the back there, and there's some wafers pinning the broken piece in the back there. So it's a bit challenging. So what I'm trying to do right now is literally use a jiggle technique while I push wafers aside. Let's see what we get. Get that out. Very challenging to do, but you're gonna see what we can do. All right, we tried that extraction from the front of it for a little while. That's not working, so we're gonna move on to the next segment, which is taking this lock down. So we're gonna see what we can do. So my next analysis, I say, okay, even though it's broken in the back there, and that's still half the piece, if I could get the key to go all the way in the right groove, I can get it to turn. Now I got an ACC. I'm going to remove this lock. Okay, there we are. So we have the lock out. Now by having the lock out, now we got to take it down and remove that broken piece. I'll show you then. All right, there we have it. This lock is very dirty. And we have it down so you can see all the rest of the wafers here are flush. Our tumblers are flush, and now we have to be able to push the broken piece out of here. So I'm going to do that and show you. Alright, that's the broken key there. That's the old piece right there. So now we're going to cut a new one. So we already decoded the lock. We're going to cut a new key because the key is broken. Now we're going to put it inside the machine. I'm going to cut it right now. Let's cut it on the machine. Alright, so basically in this process, you want to make sure you have the code as accurate as possible. You really lined it up. Just carry a TR40 type keyway, and they call it TOY 38. So The machine is measuring it, and it's gonna ask me if I want to continue cutting, because I'm using literally 2.5 cutter compared to the 1.5. Those who in the biz would know. All right, so I'll show you when it's done. All right, the newly cut key. Put the key into the ignition lock, and you see everything is flush. So let's put it back together. Now this is like a puzzle piece. You have to know what goes where, and it comes from practice and experience, and also too, if you have an instructor who could teach you, things gonna be much easier. So that goes in there. This goes in here. And as you can see, it turns, take the key out, turns. Now let's put on the clip. Alright. So they say locksmiths are a very excellent trade. If you get really good at it, it's like printing money. And if you're well known and popular, when people love your service and you know what you're doing, and you know how to get the right client, because the end of it is about getting the job is about knowing how to get the right clients. So not every client's right for you. So see how it turns perfectly. Let's slide this back in here. And now, start it. Now we're gonna put back up the short and call it a day.